Alright man, so instead of me sending you texts via Instagram all the time, I'm gonna show it to you in live. Maybe you can find out what you're missing. It's probably, you know, the best as long as you don't have your internet fixed. So this is a tire, this is what it looks like right now. I'm gonna like restart it from the very beginning, but just so you have an idea. Okay, so that was my old material, and I'm gonna do a new one now. So I'm just gonna get a Corona layered material, apply it, ignore. I'm gonna get rid of the UVs that I already added, and I'm gonna redo them. So first one is gonna be a simple planner, right? Planner. I'm just gonna hit fit. For some reason that's Z-axis for me, but you know, the idea is that it's showing this square from this angle. Let's just make that map channel 1. I'm gonna add another one. I'm gonna make this a box, right? Box here. I'm gonna hit fit, and then I wanna even out these numbers. So I'm gonna copy this number, paste it there. Now it's a perfect box. Also, I'm gonna make this map channel 2. Now I'm gonna add a third one. This is gonna be a planner. I want a top view. Fit matches the object. Good. I'm gonna name this 3. And I'm gonna add a fourth one. This is gonna be map channel 4, right? And this is gonna be a cylinder like that. Fit. So that's part 1. Now I'm gonna do it with colors, so it will be easier for you to distinguish what's going on, but I will still apply the writings on the side. So this is gonna be the base material. I'm gonna actually use this as a cheat sheet. Hold on. Does have a bump. Okay, so let's make this the side one. Side one, let's be red. And then I'm gonna add the second one. This is gonna be basically the top. I'm gonna make this blue. Okay. So now you have 2. Now I don't want to mess around with the gradient, so I'm just gonna copy my old one. But this is a gradient ramp. You can get it from here. And this is gonna be the mask from the base layer to the layer 1, or basically it's gonna add a mask right to layer 1, right? So I'm gonna drag it here, mask 1, that's mask for layer 1. Now it's not working because I obviously have the wrong ID for this. Right now it's on 5, so it has to be, I believe, is it 4? It's not 4. Which one is the top view? This one. This is, you see, from top view, planner, this is number 3. So I'm gonna add this to number 3. Now, obviously something is wrong. Hold on. Can't fucking pause it. Whatever. So the reason this is wrong, that's 3 and that is 3. Why did you add? Oh, okay, I have this rotated, never mind, my mistake. This is where you can rotate stuff, by the way. As you can see, around is the W one. So now this is separating the side that is red from the blue. I'm gonna take the tire sidewall. I'm actually gonna take it from here so it matches properly. I don't want to be searching for it again. So I'm just gonna add it to a bump. And I'm gonna make the bump, I don't know, 0.7. Usually max is 1 that I go with, depending what's up. I'm gonna make this black so you can see the actual result. It's almost black, it's on 1 actually. Crank that up, put this down to 0.65 or so. Now the reason why it's not showing up because I have to match the ID. So I'm gonna check my ID, which is from the side, that's number 1. So I have to go here on this and I go to number 1. Now it should match up perfectly. Or you can also just basically show on material, and now you will be able to see it here too. Now as you can see, this is actually tiled for me. So right now it's 1.07. If I put it back to 1, it's gonna be too big. Even though my planar stuff here is correct, but it's still not the right size. So I'm just gonna make it tiled a bit, and I also turned off the tile from here, so it's not gonna duplicate the texture over and over again, so it's visible here on the top too. Now another thing, I should have said this from the really beginning, when you start working on a tire, make sure that you go to front view and make sure that you have no camber. Right now I have camber, so all my planners and stuff should be messed up. But now because I have every axis and stuff reset on the tire, it's gonna apply them correctly. For you, if it's not, it's probably you're gonna have the camber, like it's a negative camber right now, right? It's leaning towards the left, and then your line, the planner, is gonna be straight. So your texture is gonna be like zoomed up on one top, and on the bottom is basically a bit smaller. So you don't want to do that. Make sure that you just straighten your tires before you start, and you can just go reset X form, and reset X form is gonna appear here, right? You cannot do it as long as you're in a group, and after you resetted it, you just go right click, convert to editable poly. So sorry for getting that. I hope I'm not gonna mess you up with that. Right, so this is what we have right now. Okay, so this is basically added on the bump for the side. Now what if I want to add imperfections, which obviously you want to add for your tire? Let me just reset this one too. Go to 1. Okay. Actually, I can even like unplug this for now, and it's only using the first material. So what if I want to add imperfections? Tires have that, so on. So I'm gonna import a dirt mask, what kind of mask you want. Make sure it's not some metal stuff, obviously, because that's gonna look odd. Now I have to figure out which UV is this going on. Not that, not that, this one. Okay, this is the box one, so it's gonna apply it from every side. So I'm gonna put this to reflection color. As you can see, it's still stretched and it looks fucked up. You don't want that. So I'm gonna look for a Corona triplanar and add it to X. Okay, texture, triplanar, and then it goes down to reflection color. Here it's basically gonna make how should I say, make your texture blend in on the edges from different view angles, and if you have it on the X, it's gonna basically just copy it to all others, and this is where you change the size now. Also, since you added this, make sure that you use the correct UV map or the map channel. So this is 2 here, right, for the box. This has to be 2 as well. Now I want it, I don't know, smaller. I can just go maybe fuck it, keep 50. Okay, you don't want it that sharp, so you can just go down here and this is the plugged one, right? Reflection color, and I'm just gonna tone it down. Now this is obviously not the best light to do this. I would probably do it in a sunlight to actually see the details and so on. This is gonna be a little messed up. Now I want to do the same for the glossiness too. I'm just gonna pick another one, import it, get another triplanar, set this to 2, was it? Yes, it's on 2. Put it to X and then go reflection glossiness. Now I wanna, by the way, if you have the triplanar on, this here, so you can see it on the viewport, is not gonna matter anymore because this is controlling it, and you cannot put this to show up there. So just, you know, just a heads up, don't do that. Let me just put this back. So it's on map channel 2, same as, no, yes, sorry, yes. I'm gonna change the size here. I don't know, let's go 50. Let's go 70, looks fine. I'm good with that. Now I'm here again at the reflection glossiness like we were before at the bottom, and I'm gonna tone it down 20% maybe. You can play around with that. So now you basically have the side. Now you want to have the top. I'm just gonna plug this back in. As you can see that our mask is working properly. By the way, this is what my gradient looks like for the sides. It's from the top view. Right, so the top. I would probably just copy these and just multiply them like that and drag them in to the same, so it basically has the same effect. Bump up the reflection, and I have to tone these down. You would obviously want less reflectivity here on the contact side. Yeah, well, let's say that's fine for now. I'm just gonna pull that away. That's the top. Now here's a trick that I like to do to get these edges or these threads or whatever you call them darker. So I would add a Corona AO. So I'm gonna check, where are you at? Corona AO. AO stands for ambient occlusion. So if I add this there, you can crank up the color spread so you can actually see what's happening. And the distance you can put it down to, you know, see, you can see that it's basically gonna darken the edges and stuff. So I want to darken in everything on these insides. I'm just going to use my cheat sheet so I don't mess around too much with it. So I have it here on 1 centimeter color spread 1. That's going to work for me. It's going to be depending on your model size. Okay, max distance 1 centimeter, color spread 1. Am I still recording? Yeah, I do. Okay, so now the occluded color is black, the unoccluded color is white. So what I'm gonna do, for instead of the white, I wanna have something else there. So I usually get any kind of texture, okay, like it can be one of these dirt masks. I'm gonna take them. This is what I have here. I take it and I'm gonna stretch it. So right now, as you can see, I stretched the living hell out of it. It's 0.03. I mixed that with another one that's basically probably even the same texture, maybe not, I don't know at this point. And I actually have it, this is like a mask for it. Oh yeah, that's using the original textures from the tire, you don't need that. But the basic idea is these are added, okay? The same as in Photoshop, I just use it add to get those two together, and it's gonna look basically like this. I'm just checking stuff. Oh, how should I show this to you so you don't get as lost as you are right now? So what I have, also I have a mosquito. What I've done here is, aside from mixing these, I also mess with the output so they are not as sharp. With this you basically control the brightness, as you can see on the little square, and with this you mess with the contrast. So I was going after a specific look. I wanted just simple lines, that's it. So I'm just gonna take all this and copy it. This isn't that hard, I'm pretty sure you can figure it out too. You can like even just use a simple texture instead of messing with this. This was the fastest way. But the basic idea is to get this look. Now I have to make sure that I'm gonna add these to the right channel. So I added that to the last one with the cylinder. That's channel 4. I'm gonna go, it's already on channel 4. That's how I did it the last time too. This doesn't matter. Maybe it does matter a bit. Color wise, whatever. So I'm gonna add all this with the lines to my Corona AO for the unoccluded color. And this basically is gonna give me a much brighter contact area. That's like from going on a slightly dusty road or whatever. Now I also have to take in consideration that there's a contact patch, so I might have to tone down my glossiness. Now, since my glossiness is mapped, if I have a texture into glossiness, then I believe this shouldn't work, this digit. But since I toned down the transparency of that map, I still have like 40%, right now it's on 60, I still have 40% of this digit here working. So since contact area, I'm gonna tone the glossiness a bit lower. It's basically dusty. And that's basically it. It's pretty simple. This part here is a bit trickier. I hope you understood how the IDs work, just in case something is not showing up. I can also show you how to copy stuff. So I'm just gonna duplicate the tire here and delete everything that's on it. Okay, so right now you can see that every texture is fucked up on it. So I can go to my original tire, select the first and then the last with the shift holding down. I can go copy, and here I can go paste, and you can even go paste instanced. If you go paste instance, whatever you change in one is going to change on the other. Just pasted it, there you go. Now, it can happen that you do this, you paste it, but your UVs is not going to be actually on the tire. Let's say you're going to have one and it's here, right? And in this case it still shows up for whatever reason, but in some cases it just couldn't. So when you see this, you just hit fit and it's just gonna go back and snap to its place. Now another thing that you said that you had troubles with is how to scale stuff up, only the UVs. so I'm just gonna delete that, we don't need it. So when you have a UV right now, you see it's orange. If I move it now, it moves the whole object. But if I click on this one more time, it's gonna become yellow. Now it's selected, and now it's on the UV moving. Okay, that's one way, or you can just, you know, open it and fuck with the gizmo. But it basically does the same thing. If I click it, it's gonna just select the gizmo. There you go. Not sure what else you had troubles with. Showed you masking, showed you the imperfections. Oh yeah, actually that doesn't matter at this point. Now obviously you can add your creative touch and not have only the text or the tire text on the side. Into the bump you can like mix it. You can always get a Corona mix and like mix multiple together, right? You just take this, plug it into top, plug this into the bump, and then you can get another one like a noise or cellular that goes to the bottom. So now you're gonna have little dots as well. I just have to make this a lot smaller probably. Now you also have like little dots if you go deep or close enough to the tire. You can kind of see it there. Other things you can do with textures. You have blur. When you import anything, it's basically going to have a blur of 1, which is going to make it softer. I believe it might render faster too a little bit. But when it comes to text and, you know, like small details, like you have those lines on the tire side, I usually just go right click it so it goes to 0 or 001. I want the extra details. Here, if you don't want to have this dusty part, you can just, you know, unplug it from the unoccluded color and just turn this to black. Right? So basically you can do it whatever. Or if you want, you don't have to add it to this one. You can just keep this as the regular tire top, and then you would add like another material that you plug to layer 2, and then you would have a different mask only for the top once again. Or you can use this mask. You just plug it into layer or mask 2 as well. And I know I went a bit into ramblings and stuff, and I may have to, you may have to like backtrack and do something that I forgot to say, but I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. So if you didn't understand anything, just text me anytime. Bye bye.